Good morning, everybody. Welcome, Cap Nation Live. Round one is here. Ready to rock, ready to roll this beautiful and blessed Friday morning. Where's my live chat? I gotta find it. There's my live chat. Good morning, Big Blanket. Good morning to everybody. Woo! Ready to rock and roll this morning. Soccer Game of the Year winner yesterday. Congrats to everybody that was on that one. We were definitely rolling when it came to soccer yesterday, and we don't plan on letting up. If you're not on it, you might want to get on it. There's some soccer plays that are definitely going to put some money in everybody's pocket again today. That's all they seem to do is keep winning and winning and winning and winning and winning. Michigan State letting us down yesterday. Got all quiet in the room when I said that one, huh? Brent, thank you, sir, for jumping on board. I saw that you got on the big one. Congrats, Brent. Glad to have you on board, buddy. If you're on my personal plays, they're out. William, do you still have buy 3 days, get 3 days free for premiums? No, that was only Monday and Tuesday. They are running the soccer again today. Buy 3 days, get 3 days free of the soccer package. Les says Michigan State choked and Tom Izzo will retire. How many more years left does his kid have? I can see that angle. I seen him getting, I think he's going to get in trouble for grabbing that player walking into the locker room, or he'll at least take some heat for it. Game of the week for myself is later today. Finally, we've had to wait all week for it. But came out yesterday. It's up, it's ready, it's locked, it's loaded, and it's ready to roll. Thank you, James. Appreciate that. Brent says nobody could have predicted that Tottenham shit show. That one killed a perfect 3-0 soccer day plus a game of the year winner potential. Unfortunately. What a shit show that one was. I mean, you got to be honest with that one. Michigan State's killing a nice day yesterday on my personal plays. Would have been 2-1. Instead of that, ended up 1-2. No harm, no foul. You know, if you're going to have a bad day, I don't mind losing a game or losing juice. You know, if that's what the bad day is going to be before you go on a big run again, okay, no problem. We'll take it. We've got basketball early today. We don't have to wait until the late afternoon, early evenings. Matt, what's going on, brother? Absolutely, definitely some early opportunities. And it's looking good. I think there's going to be a lot of trap games out there. A lot of trap games. They don't call it the madness for nothing. Jesus, I think there's going to be some good ones in there today. Joseph, I don't know why a total being at 131 would be a direct correlation on why you should take a dog or why you should take a favorite. I don't think the totals have any correlation on where you should be betting when it comes to the total. You need to actually evaluate the actual game itself. Maybe they believe that game will be a blowout. Jeff says positive vibes only. I thought you liked the spicy KJ. I thought you liked the spicy ones. Every dollar counts says dog day. May not be a dog day because there's a lot of people riding certain dogs and they may get shocked today. I'll be honest, there's actually a lot of money on some on some decent sized dogs today. Jesse T, Europa League gave me a straight up backhand yesterday. Sorry to hear that. Our soccer ended up going 2-1 with the game of the year winner. So overall, 3-1 with the monster big one. Not bad. Jared, we did not have a bad day in soccer yesterday, so not everybody. We had another winning day. Our regular soccer package went 2-1. The only one we lost was Tottenham minus $1.15. And every other one was a plus 100 on Ajax, as well as the over in the Granada game minus $1.10. And then the big game of the year winner. So great day yesterday in soccer. But sorry to hear some people had a rough day. Always hate to hear that. We're always here to help, though. No, Jared, we did not go against Tottenham. We lost on Tottenham. It was the only one we lost yesterday. Ajax at plus 100 against the Young Boys was a given. Interesting. Ajax at even money against the Young Boys was a given. Surprised everybody didn't have that one. I know we did. Jordan Elmore says Colgate hasn't played a team as good or as tall as Arkansas. They're about to be taken to the woodshed. See? I think there might be some dogs that get a beat down today, and maybe there might be a dog or two. I mean, they didn't call it madness for nothing. They didn't call it, they don't call it madness for nothing as far as March. If not, it would just be March. The March tournament play. Nope, it's March Madness, baby, because there is just straight madness. There is just straight madness. And you have to expect it. You know it's going to come from somewhere. But where might it come from, you ask? Where might it come from? Florida going to squeak in against Virginia Tech? Can Colgate knock off Arkansas? I doubt it. Can Drexel survive the Fighting Illini? Wouldn't bet $1 on that one. Can Oral Roberts outlast Ohio State? Can Hartford outlast Baylor? Can pigs fly? Can Georgia Tech plus 6 minus $1.17 squeezed by Loyola of Chicago? Neverez, what's going on? Can Oregon State, can the Beavs knock off Tennessee? Can the Beavs notch a victory in the big dance? Can Liberty at plus 7 send home Oklahoma State? Can Buffalo outlast Colorado State? What about Wisconsin? Can they knock off those 7-footers of North Carolina? I mean, it seems like North Carolina, all they need to do is just throw the ball up against the glass. And somebody's going to get it for their team and put it in. Can Cleveland State at plus 19.5 outlast Houston at plus 20? What about North Texas against Purdue? Can they send the Boilermakers home packing? Louisiana Tech against Ole Miss in the NIT. Little NIT action today. What about Clemson? Can they play rock solid against Rutgers and send them home as a 1.5 point to 2 point dog, depending on where you get the line? What about that 3 point Syracuse line? Can they win outright at plus 135 and send San Diego State home? What about Morehead State? Will West Virginia choke like their football team usually does? You guys get where I'm going, right? We're talking about the dogs today. Who's going to upset what? Who's going to upset what? That's what you got to know. We're going to take a look at some of the games. By the way, there will be a members-only video today. Members-only video will be out later today. Film it after the live show. Wanted to film it and be able to get the most current and updated, accurate line. DJ Ayers says Clemson can knock them off. What about Winthrop? All that talk about Winthrop beating the Campbells. Beating the shit of the shit. Can they take a struggling Nova team and send Jay Wright and company packing? Is that possible? A lot of you guys think it is. A lot of you guys think it is. But we will take a look at it. And we'll see what we can do. Man, it's going to be a good day today. Premium Plays had another winning day yesterday. 2-1 yesterday. We'll take it. We'll take it. Soccer 2-1. Game of the year winner. So 3-1 overall. Jesse T is on the Winthrop train. Alrighty. 1 second here. Just logging into everything. And we're going to jump into the breakdowns. We're going to go over some futures. Again, UCLA went from plus 15,000 to plus 8,000 overnight. Remember, I did say whoever won between those two teams could potentially be set up for a very long run in the big dance. And I still believe that. Not really high on UCLA after yesterday. Obviously, I might be a tad bit sour after old Sparty did us dirty at the very end of that game. Boy, did they do us dirty. Juan wants to know, does anybody like Houston laying 11.5 in the first half? Ronald Brown says, I'm a Nova fan, but I don't think they'll make it past the second round. I think they definitely get past the first round, though. Late night, I don't think... could be wrong. Maybe we're sleeping on this Winthrop team, but we'll take a look at that game. North Enders' participation trophies are already in the mail for Oral, Colgate, and Drexel, right? I do believe you're probably correct on that. Some of these big favorites are probably going to send a lot of them packing. Gary, good morning. Joseph, when will UFC fight picks be released? Well, they will never be released before the weigh-ins are completed, and weigh-ins haven't even started yet. But once weigh-ins are concluded, he's able to wrap up all his stuff, so sometime after the weigh-ins, imagine early afternoon. One, do I like Houston laying 11.5 in the first half? It's a lot of first half points. That's a lot of first half points. I'm not a fan of big first halves. I'm not a fan of having to lay, double digits in the first half. I'm just not. They probably cover it, but just not a big fan of it. Chris is talking about a bummer. Can you say airball? Not even airball. Like airball times what? 5, 4, 6, 12? How many? Albright is in your defense. As soon as I saw the old white Hawaiian pick MSU on the 6 p.m. show, I knew Sparty was doomed. Yeah, that was tough. That was tough. Those air balls at the end, I don't know why you take a jumper for your last shot with time on the clock. Time on the clock and you take a pull-up jump shot for your final shot. How about drive to the hoop, maybe get a foul, put some points up on the board. No problem, Wanya. I'm just not a big fan of having to lay double digits or even a big single digit in the first half. But then again, you have to look at who they're playing today. You have to look at who they're playing today. And they're supposed to smash them by 20, But at the same time, Cleveland State's in the big dance. Maybe they come out a little hot. Maybe Houston, takes the first half off, thinking that, they've got an easy coast to victory in the first round, which they should. So, you have to account for all of that stuff. Les says go to the rim. I agree. Go to the rim. At least you're going to give yourself, a solid opportunity to get a whistle and go to the free throw line with a couple seconds to go rather than take the shot that you did. Izzo threw the game. But yeah, definitely a bummer that they had that meltdown at the very end of the game. Allowed UCLA to go on a 7-0 run or a 9-0 run to end the half, and then started out overtime rocking and rolling. Who do I think is better tomorrow, Ohio or UCSB? They're both losing tomorrow. They're both going home. Now, covering the spread's a whole different story, but they're both going home tomorrow. Pack it in. Send those participation trophies. You can get a jump start on mailing them. All righty. So we are going to jump into it. We're going to try and take a look at as many of these games as we can. Ernie, we'll take a look at that game. Matt, I agree. I don't see anything incorrect about it. As J-Rock said, it's only rigged when you lose. Speaking of rigged, have any of you guys seen the Inside Game? The Tim Donaghy movie about the NBA referee that got busted back in, 2007? Some books may cancel soccer just because of the liability. Here in America, they're not used to it. But I think they like the action. Sheriff Edward is in the house. I'm still waiting to see that picture get updated. Still waiting for that picture to get updated, Edward. Edward, there's actually a movie on it. There's actually a movie on it. We started watching it yesterday. I turned it off towards the end because I was tired and needed to get a little sleep. Real Champs on Netflix. Yeah, we were watching it on Prime yesterday. I guess I should have logged into Netflix first, huh? Oh, Brent, I seen that. I seen that. I think they have a tough matchup. Maybe the pick lay and a half might be an option, but I think they have a tough one today. Juan, are you crazy for liking Texas Tech? I mean, there's only two sides. Who was that guy that says it's 50-50, right? Shane, there's a movie called Inside Game. It's about the true story about Tim Donahue. About rigging games. Rigging games for him and the mob. It's actually a very interesting story. It is. It really is. It's actually a very interesting story. Ernie, that's why you use Bitcoin. Anytime you use credit card to make a deposit, they need to make sure that the transaction clears. Hey, J-Rock, snitches get stitches, right? They took his knee out in prison. They took his knee out from what he was saying pretty damn good. J-Rock says if you're not using Bitcoin, you're wasting money. Derek says whenever anyone is on the winning side, go the other way. That's a good, it's a good analogy right there. Chris, the NBA is definitely wild. The NBA can be a very wild thing. That's why we are very selective with the NBA that we play. And, yesterday's free play on the Suns shows it up nicely to blowing an entire lead. Blowing an entire lead yesterday. Edward says, I just think it's pretty naive to believe without all the money involved in sports gambling that greedy people don't alter the outcome. Oh, we know they do. We know that. We know they do. Mark, you got that free Cash App as well? Very nice. Very nice. Who else got that free Cash App money yesterday? Courtesy of Cash App on Twitter. Pretty damn cool of them. Pretty damn cool of them to do that. Yeah, Malik, the referee farm. Oh, yeah. I wonder why. I wonder why. I mean, you're only living like mob country, right? Oh, little stiff. Woke up a little stiff yesterday after the ending of Michigan State. I didn't wake up, loose and in a good mood. Although, even that one, it didn't sour the game of the year winner. Anytime you hammer the big ones, man, that's really all that matters, is that you hammer those. I mean, everyone matters, but, when you play those monster ones, those are the ones that matter, that change the outcome of a week or a month. So always good to have those in the back pocket. Oh, yeah, games are very dramatic. Lines are tight. North Ender, I agree. You are 100% correct in what I believe you are 100% correct. I do believe that they make these kids, but then again, they're getting an education. They're getting an education for free, but there's going to be those kids that don't have a chance to move on to the next level in the NBA. Think about it. Think about that hard. There's going to be kids that don't have that opportunity to get that signing bonus, to make that money. It's just going to be a fact of life that, they're going to have, not everybody, but, there's going to be times where some of these kids, you can't think that they're not presented with an opportunity to make a quick 15, 20, 25 grand to go home and take care of their family or themselves, knowing that they're not going to the NBA. Hey, you guys are laying 9, don't win by 9. You think that doesn't happen in some of these smaller schools, smaller conferences, when all eyes are on, a marquee matchup at Duke versus Virginia, North Carolina versus Virginia, one of those matchup days, and all of a sudden some little tiny school is playing? Hey, don't win by 14. So, do you think it happens? I do. We know because we see refs get busted. We've seen players get busted betting. We've seen wild and crazy shit. So to think that it doesn't happen, I think we'd definitely be overlooking reality. Now, does it happen on a mainstream scale? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe it does, and, we're just being naive, not thinking that it does. But damn well the NFL pushes an agenda. Damn well they want that marquee matchup in the Super Bowl. They're not wanting the Chargers in the Super Bowl. They want that Mahomes and Brady matchup. Why? Because it sells advertising, makes them billions of dollars. And they need all the help advertising they can get, especially right now, dropping TV deals. If you looked at their newest TV deals, expanding their Thursday night game to Amazon Prime paying them a bunch of money. J-Rock says, mainstream, no way. I think it would get tracked down hard to get away with anything anymore. Definitely hard to get away, but you know what happens, and I don't believe it's on a mainstream level. I don't. Definitely don't think it's on a mainstream level. I think it's on a, probably more on a local level for certain schools. Wouldn't be surprised at all. Mahomes has got to earn that money, right? He's definitely earning it. You know, Malik, you asked a great question. You said, why wouldn't players gamble, especially college athletes? They watch their friends lay wagers every day. We are super naive to think they don't bet. So, if you ever come to Las Vegas during the conference tournaments, you come to Las Vegas during the conference tournaments and you stay at a place like Mandalay Bay. Mandalay Bay houses a lot of the Pac-12 teams. Mandalay Bay and MGM Grand and the Mirage. A lot of the MGM properties. Obviously, they own T-Mobile Arena. So, every year, you go to the conference tournaments, go to the games, you go back to the hotel, just sit in the lobby, wait until that team bus gets back to the valet area. Watch those kids walk, and this is what happens. Those kids get off that team bus. A lot of their parents traveled to the conference tournaments in Vegas. Generally speaking, the kids walk up, chat with their parents from what I've seen and what I've witnessed. I mean, I have it on video somewhere. I'll have to find it from an old cell phone. See if I can't find it one day and get it on here. Literally, you will watch the kids go talk with their parents and then start walking towards the elevator. And if you've ever been to the Mirage, when you walk in and you're going this way towards the cage, and you got the Sportsbook right over here, right off the main casino floor. Kids walk into the elevator, and you literally watch them hug and kiss the parents, and then the dad goes straight to the Sportsbook, either to cash that ticket or to wager another one and cash it, wager another one. So, always makes you wonder, parents are in town betting on their kids. There's nothing regulating saying that I can't bet on my kid playing in the Pac-12, Pac-12 tournament. There's nothing that says that. You don't think that those parents got, info, so-and-so's hurt. Oh yeah, dad, so-and-so's not going to probably play today. You don't think that happens? I think it happens a lot. Hey, Dad, I'm not going to play today. One of these marquee future stars, Mobley for the Trojans. You don't think when he knows that he's not going to be starting, word doesn't slip to family ahead of time before that line moves? Come on now. Edward says FanDuel right now has a class action lawsuit for messing with remaining time in games, which affects live betting. Edward, I know they're getting sued. William Hill is actually getting sued because William Hill, and I'll be honest, and we went over this a long time ago. I warned you guys about live betting. The TV delays, and now that casinos and sportsbook are sponsoring sports leagues like the NFL, Major League Baseball, the NHL, they're all in cahoots now. They all have always had a 10 to 15 second TV delay. However, now that delay is upwards of 45, seconds to a minute delayed from what happens in the stadium to what happens on your TV. And if you have direct TV, you're about a minute and a half delayed. So when you go on and you go to make a wager, a live wager on a football game because you think Kansas City's getting ready to score a touchdown on this drive because they're moving the ball real well, if you're not at the game, what you don't realize is Mahomes already threw a pick and it's going the other way. And what William Hill was doing, and you know every book does this. You know every book. I don't think there's a book that doesn't. That bet just keeps spinning. The wheels are spinning, and it's not because that play is getting ready to happen. It's pending. It's waiting. It's waiting. It's waiting. It's waiting for that sportsbook operator to be like, yeah, fuck yeah, we'll take that bet. Yeah, the ball's moving the other way in the next play, and he don't even know it yet. He's a minute delayed. Sucker born every minute. Unless you're at the game itself, you are at a major disadvantage when it comes to live betting. Unless you're actually physically sitting at the game, you're at a major disadvantage for live wagering. Especially in something like football, when they can have already taken the ball the other direction and you've got that bet going in. I've seen it. I've personally made bets, and then literally the next play of the game, after it's spun for 30, 45 seconds, waiting for approval, boom, next thing you know, the ball's going the other way. Real Champ says pending delay facts. And if you don't believe me, go look it up. William Hill's getting sued for it. The TV delay in sports was always about 10 to 15 seconds for TV from what happened in the arena or the stadium or on the field or on the ice to what we actually saw on our TVs. DirecTV has always been about 30 seconds longer than everybody else just because of the satellite feed and just how DirecTV operates. However, if you know anybody on the film side of the studios or the broadcast side, it's delayed upwards of 45 seconds to a minute now, depending on the event. Rich says it's crazy when I live stream a game from a European station, but my neighbors upstairs are watching on Sportsnet, and I'll watch a goal happen, and 10 seconds later, hear the neighbors cheer. You can get the score, the Sofa Score app, and it will literally go off a minute to a minute and a half faster than what you are able to stream on TV via an NBC sports game, soccer game, or even on, Fubo or any Gold TV, Sportsnet, any of them. So that delayed live betting, watch out. I'd have to say 90% of the time you're being taken advantage of. I let everybody know this, in the beginning of the season of football to watch out for. Edward says it says pending because each individual bet has to be approved. Derek says, hate to say it, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. We try and, manipulate the lines. We try and, manipulate anything in our favor. Just like cash outs. Yeah, those super long cash outs hoping you cancel it. I got to tell you, I've cashed out a lot so far through BetOnline, and never once have they did me dirty like that. I got to say, I'm highly impressed. 5 Dimes used to make you wait 4 fucking days for a payout. Like, serious? You're going to make me wait 4 fucking days for a payout? You're hoping that I cancel it and lose it back to you is what they're doing. It's 100% what they're doing. William tuning in via text. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah, you know, it really is. I mean, let's be honest. It really is a shisty way that they operate and how they treat each one of their customers. It really is. Your limits are different than my limits. My limits are different than your limits. I went to bet some future bets yesterday, and I had to put them in 100 at a time. Whereas before I started betting some future bets on certain teams, I could do 1,000 at a time. Joe Dirt, what's going on, my brother? I hope everything for you is hanging in there. And the Kelvis, it happened to you. The game was over, but the book was still open. Hey, anytime you could take one up on the book, by all means, take one up on the book. Anytime you get an opportunity to work one over on them. Derek says they're playing with a stacked deck. They know what's up on top. They let you win a little, but in the long run, you're dead if you don't get out over time. You definitely have to be able to have discipline and pick your spots. No doubt about it. Yeah, Jared, they get it instantly. Are the games going to be live here? We don't air the games. We break them down. But yeah, the having to wait 4 days to get cashed out is ridiculous. That part is ridiculous because all they're doing is hoping that you end up canceling it. They're just slow paying you. That's all they're doing. They're just slow paying you, hoping that you cancel it and end up giving it back. That's what I love about Bet Online. All righty, so you guys know what time it is. It's time to jump into the games. Rich says, I only live bet if I have a good hedge opportunity. I can guarantee myself a profit. If the team up looks like they're falling apart. Bobby Long, I've had him take where it's instant, literally a minute to 42 minutes. Took me 26 minutes, a little over a month ago, to get 42,000 in a cash out. So Doesn't take too long. Now, obviously, I'm sure that's dependent on everybody's account and your, deposit method. Fast Freddy in the house. I loved your comment about Tom Izzo getting flagged for pass interference yesterday at the half. I saw that comment in the beginning. I liked it. DJ says, nothing is slow when they're taking your money, right? Gasper, that's why you left my bookie. It's nice to be able to cash out when you need to cash out. You know what I mean? You should be able to. You should be able to. Derek, good question. Good question, brother. No, but we're going to make it. We are going to make it in just a second here. And then we're going to start breaking down the games. I know we get some early action today. Going to take a look at that first one between Virginia Tech. Just logging into everything here. Just shooting the shit a little while before we jump into the game day breakdowns. Shane says, sure sounds like Watson was enjoying his massage. Right? Probably some money hungry. He probably didn't tip good enough. An easy I mean, that's such an easy opportunity for a quick score from somebody, Quick settlement right there. If I was in his position and I was getting a massage, I'd make sure that there was other people in the room. If not, you know that you're going to be preyed on at least one point. All righty. Rich says, did anybody cash out early on the Michigan State? Would have been nice. Would have been nice. Nathan says the Bruins face a real test. Bruins will face a test. Bruins are going to face a nice test, but I think they'll get by BYU. And then they're going to have Texas. I think we'll see UCLA and BYU. With UCLA advancing. And then UCLA and Texas. To see who goes to the Sweet 16. And then from there, gets the winner of that against UConn and Alabama to go to the Elite Eight. Juan, I agree. Definitely agree. It's funny. So, the other day they had the parking lot closed, right, for re-oiling it or oil spraying it or something, making it look black again. Well, apparently somebody drove over half of it, so they're doing half of it again today. I swear they're just wasting money. Yeah, Les, BYU could definitely score. I think we'll see a lot of points in that game. K Diggs, yeah. I think they're 0-6 in that building now. Are they 0-6 if I'm not mistaken? Talk about a jinx, right? Talk about that black cloud over your head. Les, did you get your boat back? Shane sealing it? They were supposed to seal it yesterday, but somebody drove through it. Apparently a UPS truck drove through it. So I think they were redoing it or something. They're redoing half of it. Was that me trying to drive over? No. I mean, I got enough primer on the bottom side of my Tundra from when that gallon of primer went flying out of my truck. I don't need any black oil. Bobby Long, how can I explain what Bitcoin is? It's a virtual currency that exists but doesn't exist on the blockchain network. Your best bet is just to, when you're done here, go type in a YouTube video, how to use Bitcoin or what is Bitcoin. And there'll probably be a million videos out there that would better be able to explain it than I ever could. I started doing donuts in the parking lot, right? I thought about walking through it, but I had my brand new Travis Matthews shoes on, so I was like, nah, wife got me these for my birthday. I'm going to pass. And I said, I'll just enjoy the day off. Nathan says, the Beavs play today. Do the Beavs go home today? That's what we want to know. Do the Beavs go home today? Please, somebody send the fucking Beavs home. By all means, send them home. All right, so diving into it. First of all, let's take a look at some updated futures. Starting in the afternoon, Les. Around lunchtime, around noon. We've had some movement alert, major wager alert, major line movement alert. UCLA from plus 15,000 to now plus 8,000. UCLA went from plus 15,000 before the Michigan State game to plus 8,000. They are now favored ahead of Oregon, BYU, Maryland, Colorado, LSU, USC, and Oklahoma, Georgia Tech, which are all plus 10,000. Look at all Florida sitting at plus 15,000. How far can Florida go? I want to talk about that one for a second. Florida has their big matchup against a 10 seed of Virginia Tech. They're a slight dog. If they win, they're going to get the matchup against Ohio State to advance to the Sweet 16, where they would most likely face, I would imagine, Arkansas, assuming Arkansas can get off their ass, unlike their final game. Which I do believe if somehow Florida advanced to it, they would be live against either Texas Tech or Arkansas. I think it would be a tough battle, but I definitely think they would be live in a Sweet 16 matchup for a chance to go to the Elite Eight, where ultimately I think that they would be either playing either Purdue or Baylor more than likely. Purdue is plus 1.5 at BetOnline. 06 Neil Mox. I guess you need to find a better book. Plus 1 minus 106, plus 1.5 minus $1.16. So it's not a pick 'em like everywhere. Hey, Derek, if you're not cheating, you're not trying, right? North Ender says Florida's a dog at Bet 365 again. Not a pick 'em like everywhere. Oh, thank you, 06 Nemox. I'm glad you're convinced against Marks.
Loser!
Rich wants to know, everybody's it too early for a beer. All right, Rich, you can have a beer, but you need a shotgun one for me first. Oh, Brent says, a week expert. Got it. Yes, we're definitely glad to have 06 Nemox here.
Loser!
All right, Cap Nation, you guys know what to do. If you're part of the YouTube members exclusive club, Air Fryer Nation, no bother backing that Brinks truck up just yet. If you've got that jackass emoji, or you got that clown. Oh, wait, we don't have a clown. We got a troll one. Feel free to drop it for 06 Nemox while we flush that turd down the bowl. Sound pretty good, huh? I agree. Feel free to spam the chat with that there. Yahoo! Sayonara. Rich says I'll shotgun one after I have this warm up. Jordan, right? He should definitely probably watch more live streams, but he can do it from a distance now. All righty. I'm not going to lie, and it probably is going to be a complete waste of money. But hey, I've wasted money on stupider shit. But I think Florida, assuming they just have to get past this one test today, but I think they'll have an opportunity assuming that they can get by today and somehow manage against Ohio State, which I think they would. I think they would match up very well to make it to at least the Sweet 16. And if they get to there, could potentially have some good opportunities. But Florida at plus 15,000, one win today, and they'll probably be up to 5,000. They probably have it limited. They probably will not even let me bet 200. Nope. Your maximum wager amount is $67 on Florida at plus 15,000. That's all they're letting me bet. You can rebet once the odds change or in 61 seconds. So in 61 seconds, I'll bet $67 again. And I'll probably do that 4 times today. Alex, have a safe flight, brother. Nathan says, have a feeling the Iowa Hawkeyes come to play. I do believe that they are going to be overlooked and overshadowed. And a lot of people are not going to take them for granted either. All righty. Taking a look. But again, Iowa. I think that they are floating with some severe value. However, that West is stacked. In order to get out of the West, if you're sitting in Iowa's spot, not only will you more than likely have to survive Oregon or maybe VCU, but then in order to get, before you can even get to the Elite Eight, you're going to have either USC or Kansas, which again will be tough matchups. That's just to make it to the Elite Eight. And assuming you get to the Elite Eight, you're more than likely going to face Gonzaga. I don't know if Virginia would be able to slow Gonzaga down at all. And whoever plays Gonzaga is going to have a minimum of 80 points. Minimum of 80 points. So in order to get out of the West, just to get to the Elite Eight, and then you're going to end up probably playing Gonzaga. And if for some reason Gonzaga stumbles along the line, which is possible, they've played from behind a lot this year, you could have the likes of Creighton, which so many of you guys in the live chat were all over Creighton all season long to win. Or Virginia. Or hell, where's the Ohio people? Where's all those Ohio backers? But I do think you got to keep rebetting that $67 every 61 seconds on Bet Online. Your limits refresh every 61 seconds. It gives them a chance to adjust the line or lock you out, one of the two. Alrighty, let me log in to our system here. We'll start breaking down the games. But again, it's very interesting. UCLA up to plus 8,000 from plus 15,000 yesterday. Give me 1 second here. The same thing over and over. How do you find the March Madness package? You need to turn your phone sideways, scroll down, look for that small little box right next to your username that has 4 windows inside it. But if you don't turn your phone sideways, you won't see it. Again, if you're on the March Madness package and you're not seeing the March Madness tournament plays, then you need to go to the other page. So I had to reply to that email while I did that. So I did make sure I copied and pasted it. That way, when I get that question 30 more times in the next hour by email, I can properly Jeff Roblo, whatever it is. Why can't anyone say you the over or under pick a winner? Huh? Why can't I say what? Bet all your money? Bet the kitchen sink? Oh, you're on Ohio? Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. I wish you the best of luck on Ohio. Shane says, don't sleep on the Big Ten. Don't let Michigan State's crappy loss represent the Big Ten, right? You guys are definitely lacking in the thumbs up department. Eli, good morning. Fast Freddy says it has 4 windows like the ones behind Kyle's head. Eli, yeah, soccer game of the year was a hit. 2-0 at the half. Final 2-0. Jeff Roblo, pick a winner. No. No, thank you. The poll's not spinning. Thomas, how do you get to the March Madness package? You take your head out of your rat. Just kidding, bud. Just kidding, brother. I think we got another donkey on us. I think we got another jackass on our hands. The short bus must have let the kids out from school, right? Nathan says, I feel like betting the farm today. I feel like betting the farm today, too. Game of the week today. Going to bet the farm. Definitely going to bet the farm. Rich, I love it. I love it. Here, Jeff, let me run down the list, all right? For everybody else, take this with a grain of salt, all right? Take this with a grain of salt. Jeff, I think you should definitely take Ohio and go ask your mommy for some more money, all right? Some mommy for some more money and put it on Ohio tomorrow. But today, you're not even worth it. You're not even worth it. Eli, whenever you're ready, brother, we'll always be here. We're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. I know, J-Rock, and then we'll lose a couple. Then we'll lose a couple back, and it's like the haters come out of the woodworks. Want it spinning, my brother. The poll is spinning. The poll is spinning. Yeah, North Ender with the question of the day, everybody. Jeff Roblo, why are you watching if this is not your cup of tea? If this is not your cup of tea. North Ender, we just have it. Yeah, why is he wasting his time? Exactly. Eli, yeah, I've got my game of the week today. Oh, shit, we're out of coffee. Well, guess it's time to move on to some water. Hey, Jeff, if I had $1 for everybody that told me that, yeah, you guys know the rest of that story. Okay, then go pay, and you can have the winner. Just pretty simple. Alrighty, so one thing that I did want to talk about, because I thought it was kind of funny, that when we give out, our premium plays or my personal plays, when people purchase them, there's technically no guarantee on it, but it's something that we do in-house. Myself, Jay, we always make sure everybody has a winning experience. King Parlay did not receive the March Madness games. Well, you need to go to the March Madness page. You need to log in back to your account. If you're using a cell phone, turn it sideways. Scroll down, look for your username. Click that small little box that has 4 windows in it. Peter, I seen your email this morning. Still waiting. It can take anywhere from a couple hours to a couple days to be able to confirm everything with BetOnline. But I always find it funny that we have like our guarantee policy on our guaranteed games. The guarantee policy with premium plays is always, or my personal plays, is always an unspoken rule. It's not a real policy. It's just something that we do because it's something that we'd want to be treated like if we were in your guys' shoes. So it's something that we do for you guys because it's just how we want to be. We would want to be treated, you know, if we were on the other side of the table. But one thing that I always find funny is that, you know, like premium plays. You go on a bad run, you know, we'll drop some games, we'll get behind. We always take care of everybody. We take care of absolutely every one of our customers. Except for the douchebags that get out there and start talking shit. You talk shit, and then you expect something for free. Why would we want to help somebody that was out there talking shit? You know what I mean? Does that even make sense? Get out there and badmouth us, and then you email in, why is my account not getting extended? It's not like you bought a guaranteed game that came with a guarantee. But for all the trashy comments some people like to leave and make, I always find that one funny. Blaze Towns, what's going on, my brother? Welcome to the Cap Nation family. You, sir, will have access to all our exclusive members' benefits, including the members' video that is later today. Glad to have you with us. Gonna jump into that first game that starts in 20 minutes. Jesse T says, ungrateful little twerps trolling. I always find it funny. Always find it funny. I mean, I get, you know, venting or frustration, you know, all that. Matt says, F the douche is no air fryer for you. Right? Right? All right, we're going to take a look at Virginia Tech in Florida. Then we'll take a look at that Colgate and Arkansas game. Keep in mind, we may have plays, maybe a March Madness package play, maybe a premium play, a personal play, maybe something on some of these games that I'm not allowed to just give you guys that side or lean on that side, but we'll focus on, you know, what we're able to, and I'll help you guys where I can, as always, just like yesterday. Man, I'm excited. The fun's here, folks. The fun is here. The fun is here, and tomorrow, we're going to have our normal live show. We also have a members-only live show tomorrow. And that one will be more than likely at 2:30 Eastern time. And then tomorrow in the evening, early evening, we're going to go live again. We're going to sweat out a game together. I'll tell you guys more about that tomorrow. Bring some popcorn, some booze, and some edibles. Just kidding. Or maybe not. Ernie Torres, I was able to place a bet parlay Virginia Tech plus the 4 and Arkansas laying 4. What do you think? Virginia Tech plus 4 might be, you know, I like that better than them actually laying a point here. As that 06 douchebag was saying that, you know, Florida is not a dog anywhere. Florida, by the way, is now plus 1.5 minus $1.10 to the naysayer at BetOnline. You know. So tomorrow's, we're going to have 3 live shows tomorrow. 3 live shows tomorrow. There might even be a members-only video as well as a members-only live show tomorrow. We got some fun stuff planned for everybody. Nice seats, Jeff, at the Sportsbook there. J-Rock says BetOnline has the odds booster on Villanova and West Virginia both to cover. When you take a look at the odds boosters, they also have one on Baylor laying 25.5 and Tennessee laying 8.5 to cover. Rutgers to win in under 124. Villanova laying 7 and West Virginia laying 13.5, both to covers, plus 290. That's enticing. That's definitely enticing. All that money on the opposite side. It's funny that odd booster, it's got the only thing with the odds booster, it's got the max $50 wager. That's the only downfall to it. Pharaoh 18, who's winning, Virginia Tech or Florida? Hold on. We got we got to ask the Magic 8 Ball. Hold on. Magic 8 Ball, who's winning between Florida and Virginia Tech? Sorry, try again. Sorry, try again. Definitely North Ender, you have to. You have to. All right, so popping up the odds for this one. We're going to go over these early games. I know it starts in 14 minutes. And look at that number shifting to a true, it's coming back down, minus 108. Minus 108. You know, Vegas will definitely be more fun in a year or two, but Vegas is always fun, even with the COVID. You can still make it a good situation. You can always still make it a good situation, even with the COVID. Rich says even the 8 Ball doesn't know what's up. We're going to take a look at Virginia Tech and Florida, Colgate and Arkansas. I don't know if there's much to talk about Drexel and Illinois. I'm always leery of the big favorites, the monster favorites laying 20 points or more in the tournament. They only got to win by 1. You know, how much do they come out and try, knowing that at one point they probably have a gimme game? But logging into this matchup, guys, I think we got a game on our hands here. I definitely think we got a game on our hands. Virginia Tech, the good old ACC, finished 9-4 in conference play, 15-5 in the regular season, winning against Wake Forest in their final game of the regular season, got booted by North Carolina in the ACC conference tournament, 81-73. Then on the other hand, you got the Gators. The good old Gators coming out of the SEC, finished 9-7 in conference play, lost their final 2 games straight against Missouri and Tennessee. They did beat Vandy 69-63 and lost to Tennessee again for the second consecutive time in the SEC conference tournament. Taking a look at Virginia Tech and what to expect out of them, you got to remember the beginning of the season, they were riding high. They made us some good money. Virginia Tech, we rode for some great wins. And then they just had some absolute dog shit games. Only winning by 7 against VMI. That 20-point blowout by Penn State. You remember, we were on the wrong side of that one. King Parlay, you don't scroll all the way down. Look for your username on the left-hand side. You scroll down like a couple little tiny flicks, and you see your username. If you're scrolling to the bottom, you went too far. If you're looking at the actual hockey plays, you're going too far. James, if you went by the office, you would see Jay and some of the other fellas. I head up the West Phoenix office currently, although I do go back, although I slip in from time to time, but I'm heading up the West Phoenix office. When you look at this matchup and you start comparing the numbers side by side, when it comes to shooting the ball, you see very evenly matched teams. Except from the charity stripe. North Ender says Gators 0-4 and a 2-9 against the spread run. Do they have that big game today? Do they have that big game today, North Ender? We're going to find out. We're going to find out. Virginia Tech hitting 52.5% from the field, same as Florida. Virginia Tech hitting 35.7% from three-point range, identical to Florida. Virginia Tech hitting 51.7% conversion of all their two-point plays, every jump shot, layup, and dunk. Florida, 0.2% more, 51.9%. Anthony, thanks for joining us. Free throw shooting, Virginia Tech a little on the struggle side, 69.7%, 75.7% free throw shooting for Florida. Two foul participation, Florida Gators don't play that way. Virginia Tech in at 21.9%, should be a slight advantage for Florida in the first half. Also, height advantage, Florida over an inch, full height advantage between these two teams. When you start looking at the nitty-gritty, take a look at the defense. Florida's defense definitely comes in ranked higher based on adjusted efficiencies, strength of schedule, opponent strength of schedule. Florida giving up 47.5% shooting to opposing teams, 48.3% of Virginia Tech's defense. Florida's creating turnovers on defense at the rate of 20.6%. Literally 1 out of every 5 trips down the court. They're creating a turnover when they're on defense. Virginia Tech off the mark by over 3%. Now, Virginia Tech's defense at limiting offensive rebounds is a quality number. This is something that Florida is going to have to somehow be better at today if they want to have success. Virginia Tech is holding opponents to 24.3% offensive rebounding. When it comes to defending three-point plays, Florida, 29th best in the country, holding teams to 30.5% three-point shooting, 33% for Virginia Tech. Defenses are matched up very similar in a lot of categories here. Both go to the bench for roughly 30% of their total minutes played by bench personnel. As far as this one goes, and it does start in 6 minutes, we're just going to get the party started, all right? The poll is spinning, so we're winning. Now, I don't know where that douchebag that wanted the free play was, but here you go. Here you go. Florida plus the 1.5. I'm going to put it up on the board, and then I'm going to screenshot and show you a ticket. I did bet it. Now, it's not a monster bet. It's not a monster bet. It's a $500 bet for me, and we're frozen still, so I'll get that taken care of. Then we'll flash the board. Then we'll flash the ticket. And we're going to hammer the books. So all you Virginia Tech backers, so sad, too bad, fade me. Let me know how it works out for you. Whoa! There we go. Get that rolling. Now let me grab that screenshot for you guys. Because here, we actually bet, and by the way, I did see the video of the baby. Last night, me and my wife were watching it. Baby was hungry, man. You know, props to him. You know, maybe he's a single dad. I was going to knock him, but hey, he might be a single dad. So, hey, you know, you get single dads in general just got to do what you got to do. You got a little infant, by all means. I mean, I don't think I'd make a video with mine or show her face on camera. A lot of weird individuals out there trolling us and following us. But more power to them. Daddy Baby Nation, baby. I did get it at minus 108. 540 to win 500. Screenshot coming your way. Sooner or later, that screenshot's coming your way. – right, here we go. There you go. I haven't even looked at the live chat, so apparently, would I take money line? No, I'll take plus 1.5. If I wanted the money line, it would be on the board. North Ender Gators first half lean. Yeah, I do lean towards the Gators. Adam, welcome back on board. I'll make sure that I get them to you as well as Mr. Pitts. Thank you for being back on board as well for the March Madness package. Glad to have you back on board, my brother, as well as you, Adam. Give me 1 second. My plays will be going to you. As well as Adam. And if you guys want to be cool like these guys, it's very simple. You go to the website, cappersdirect.com. You click on the premium tab. You look for anything that has my name on it. Adam, they're your way. Ross, they're your way. Oh, there's the board again one more time. Hopefully you guys aren't being too rowdy, beating me up too much in the live chat. If you guys haven't done so, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. Just catching back up in the live chat. Florida plus the 1.5. That starts in 3 minutes. Is what's on the board. I do believe that they are live. Jesus, what's going on, my brother? Says hit the thumbs up. I agree. Some of y'all are lacking. I believe the first soccer, Edward, is 3:30 Eastern time. Tim, you have +2. Very nice. Even better number. Even better number. All righty. Is this play a winner? My Magic 8 Ball and my Lucky Dart set said yes. I asked my puppy Harper, and he barked twice, so that means yes. And I flipped the trusty phone, and the screen was face down. So that means yes. Bet on the blue team. So yes, I do believe, all my lucky coins and, all of that nature definitely flipped to the right side. And the pole's spinning. That pole was spinning, so I guess that means we were winning. Jesus, what time's the members video? As soon as I'm done with the live show, give me about a half hour, and then I'll start filming it. So probably about an hour, hour and a half. From the time we get done on the live show to when it'll actually be on YouTube. Rich says Oregon State going to win today. Just got to say it out loud so everybody knows. The Beavs are going to win, says Rich. Give me 1 second, folks. 1 second. All right, so we're going to jump into the very next breakdown. Gasper, right? Yeah, Jesus, buy 3, get 3 is done tonight at midnight. Buy 3, get 3 is done tonight at midnight. So yes, thank you for reminding me. Buy 3 days, get 3 days free. How much do I have on my game of the week? So far, I have about 15K. I'll have more when it's all said and done. I'll have more when it's all said and done. Vincent, welcome on board for the March Madness package. I know you selected the soccer. Your soccer is activated. You just got to log in. Hope that's not the corona. I've been vaccinated. Juan wants to know, what are the Beavs going to win? The Beavs are going to win a fully paid one-way ticket back to Oregon with masks up and social distancing required. And as R4047 says, they're going to win a ticket back home. Participation trophies are waiting for them. You know, I would not be surprised to see some major upsets today. Do I think it happens? No. Thomas G's damn straight, Kyle, right? Matter of fact, I don't know if it's going to reflect off the screen behind me, but give me 1 second. All right, give me 1 second. Now, if you guys see a reflection behind me, you got to let me know. That way it's not showing the game on the screen. But give me 1 second, all right? I'll be right back. All right, we're back. We're back. Had to make sure shit was muted. And make sure nothing gets shown on these screens back here. Quaker plays. Yeah, Virginia Tech's going to win. Fantastic. They can win as long as it's by 1. Then it's all good in the hood. 1 second. No. And by the way, soccer has not started yet. Soccer has not started yet. J-Rock says Tennessee rolls today. All right, next game up on the board, because it's getting ready to start on us. We're a little slow this morning, and that's fine. We're a little delayed this morning. It's all good in the hood. We got 24 minutes. Get ready to crack another bottle of water. Edward says, come on, Kyle, let's cash out. Boom, Gators up. Cash them out right now, right? Lead will probably change hands. I think this is going to be a close game. I think this will be a very close game. I mean, I hope it's not. I hope we blow them out. Uh-oh. We're still covering. Got a massive TV right in front of me and the 4 behind me. Blazetown, we went over this a little bit ago. How do the books update the fast so much faster than the TV? There's about a minute to a minute and a half delay from what happens on the screen to what happens. Virginia Tech rolling with that 3-ball. All right, Colgate, Arkansas. What do you need to know about this one? We're going to try and get through as many as we can in the short little while. But we won't have a crazy long show today. Yes, for everybody, the game's on CBS, mainstream TV. Super easy. Alrighty. Colgate, Arkansas. Hot diggity dog. Number on this one. Good old Arkansas laying 8.5 minus $1.15. Plus 8.5 for Colgate. Over and under set at 161.5. High scoring total in this next one. First half number. Over and under 77. Arkansas's team total is set at 85. Colgate's team total is set at 76.5. Interesting numbers. Jordan says the best team Colgate had played and beaten was Army. That's not saying much. Taking a look at Colgate, 14-1. Their only loss to Army. They beat them in the first game of the season. They lost in the second. They beat them 2 more times back in February 13th and on Valentine's Day. The Patriot League tournament play, they beat Boston U, Bucknell, and Loyola of Maryland. Whoop-de-biggity-doo. But they were putting up points. Points. I know it's the Patriot League, but man, Colgate was putting up some numbers, and man, can they shoot. There's no denying that they can shoot. Arkansas, on the other hand, 21-5 in the regular season, 13-4 in conference play. They're 22-6 overall. After losing to LSU in the Southeast Conference Tournament, they did get a conference tournament win against Missouri by 670-64. They had that heater to end the regular season, winning 8 straight games, beating Mississippi State, Kentucky, Missouri, Florida, who's on TV playing right now, Alabama, LSU, South Carolina, and Texas A&M. And it was actually a 9-game win streak if you count their SEC Conference Tournament win against Missouri. But what does all that mean today? First of all, we have a play on the side on this one, but we're going to focus in on the total here. And there's no denying Colgate. Man, they shoot the ball lights out. 57% from the field, the best. They are top 5, the 5th best shooting team in the entire country. However, you have to take that into consideration. Who did they play on defense? Who did they play? They played the Armies. They played the Holy Crosses, the Boston U's, the Bucknell and Loyola, Maryland. But they shoot lights out. There's no denying that. 40%, the 3rd best 3-point shooting team in the entire country all season long, Colgate. Jackson and Sons Adventures. Hi, right back at you. Thanks for joining us. If you guys are new to our YouTube channel, you best hit that subscribe button right now. Stop waiting around. Hit that subscribe button. That way you don't miss a beat on anything that we do. Colgate, back to them. 55% conversion of all their two-point plays. Actually, 55.4%. Don't want to shortchange the 18th best stat in the country in that department. They shoot free throws at a rate of 73%. When you're looking at Arkansas, not too shabby when it comes to offense. 51.5% shooting overall. Quality number there. 33.9% conversion from three-point range. But believe it or not, that Colgate defense is holding teams to 26% shooting from three-point range. But, again, strength of opponent. If your opponent can't knock down a three ball, I guess you don't have to do too much to defend it. Arkansas hits 51.9% of all their two-point plays, every jump shot, layup, and dunk. And they're a 73.7% free throw shooting team. I'm not sure who that kid from Florida was tossing that ball to, like a 12-footer. Holy hell. Get the turnovers out of the way early, Florida. Get those young jitters out of the way. Hold on 1 second, folks. Capper's direct. Yeah, you got to log in into your account and get them. Are you using a cell phone? Yeah, you got to turn it sideways, buddy. Turn your phone sideways, scroll down until you see your username, and then right below your username is a small little box with 4 windows in it. Yeah, exactly. You have to go to the other page. You got to turn your phone sideways and click the small box with 4 windows inside it. Look for your username, and it's right below it. Find where it says your username is. If you're looking at the plays, you're too low. Go higher. Yeah, log into that, and then scroll down until you see your username. Yeah, you need to log in to be able to see the plays. Log in. Log in, scroll down until you see your username, but you have to turn your phone sideways. If you turn your phone sideways, or don't turn your phone sideways, it won't work. But hey, try that. Make sure you turn your phone sideways. Find where your username is, and then click that small box that has 4 boxes inside it, and you'll be able to find them. Okay. All right, bud. Shoot me a message if you can't find it again. Exactly. So scroll up, look for your username, and then click the small box that has 4 windows inside it. But I'm live right now. If you want to, I can call you back after the live show and try and help you out. But I'm live right now. Yep. All right, buddy. Remember, you don't scroll to the bottom. You scroll until you see your username. And yes, I do agree, JP. That is an excellent idea. I think we'll put that at the bottom of the email. I think I'll ask them to add that to the bottom of the email. Virginia Tech playing good, but Florida a little jittery seems. Rich. No, it's all good. I get it. It shouldn't be there. Jay Landon, it's in the works. They actually have a whole redesign coming. Would save me a lot of time and hassle. If if Florida doesn't defend that 3 ball, if Florida doesn't start defending that 3 ball, they're going to be in trouble. They're going to be in trouble. All right, so back to Colgate and Arkansas. Back to Colgate and Arkansas. In the points. Are we going to see 161.5 points here? I was reading the comments. I bet with the GOAT likes North Carolina to pick 'em odds. As far as this one goes, the points. Arkansas is going to put up some points. Colgate will put up points. How many is the question? Colgate hasn't faced a team like Arkansas. They haven't faced a team as, the caliber of Arkansas. As far as what to expect in their game today, we've seen that Arkansas defense give up a ton of points. But we've also seen them lock down lesser caliber teams to an 86-50 final like against Lipscomb or 72-60 final against UT Arlington, where they've locked down some lesser teams. 69-54 win over North Texas. But then there was that 142-62, 204-point game against Mississippi Valley State. Gasper, Colgate's going to have to use the 3 ball a lot. Arkansas's defense is no slouch defending it. Defending the 3 ball, holding teams at 32.6%. But I do believe we're going to see a quality 3 ball by Colgate. And I think there's, the capability to have a lot of points scored in this one. But at the same time, I think 161.5 is a lot. Shapenny, I did send my personal plays. They were sent to you. And they did not get sent as an iMessage, but I'll send them again. Height difference. 1.5 inches advantage for Arkansas. 2 foul participation, not a real factor. Arkansas in at 16%, 6.7 for Colgate. I do lean towards the under. I just think 161, even in a tournament game, even if Arkansas started smashing them, I could see them pulling players and resting. But even if it's a tighter game and it's a closer game, Lex Steele says Colgate is coming to the party to dance. Even if that's the case, I do lean towards the under. And remember, a lean is just a lean, guys. Doesn't necessarily mean I'm betting it. I just think 161.5 points is a lot. Maybe I'll throw something small on it in the next 10 minutes. But other than that, I'm not leaning towards anything as far as the side on that game. The total on that game. All right. Second breakdown, we got a small little play on Florida. Small little play on Florida. Small little one on Florida. You guys crack me up. All right. Rich says, you and your guys' meetings, why don't you guys just take today off like I did? Rich, have you shotgunned that beer yet? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. You guys are lacking in the thumbs up department. All righty, so next up on the board that we're going to take a look at, Drexel, Fighting Illini. Fighting Illini get the job done, advance to the second round. Drexel, I'm sorry, but you want a first round ticket back, coach class that is, back home. So have a safe flight back home. As far as laying the 22.5, I couldn't stomach it. I would rather lay the minus 3,200, which I would never do, by the way. I would rather lay that than I would lay the 22.5 in the tournament game today. But yeah, no, I'm not laying minus 3,200. That's for certain. 10K to win 300. Watch them be upset there, huh? Damn. Drexel at plus 1450. Sorry. Can't stomach betting that one either. As far as the total goes, over and under 142.5 in that game. As far as the total in that one goes, the Fighting Illini are going to put some points up on the board. You know, the Fighting Illini will put some points up on the board. I don't have a play on that game, side or total. No dog in that fight. Fighting Illini over 83, I think is money. Illinois individual team total over 83, I think will be money. It's minus 105, so it's a little juice. Should be down to 82.5. Lecture teasing Illinois to 18.5. I guess I just don't see the value in 18.5 to 22.5 when you're laying such a big number anyways. But again, I'm not a basketball teaser kind of guy. It's just not my forte. I personally think they're a waste, but I am to each their own, you know. Not knocking you. I know a lot of people make some money on them. Florida with an air ball and going down big. Virginia Tech coming to play today. I'm sure we're going to see another 3-ball and them go up by 12. Florida getting schooled. But hey, not right all the time. But it's early. It's definitely early. But again, as far as Illinois goes, I can definitely see them putting up over 83 points. King Parlay, you got to it, brother. There you go. There you go. Once you do it once, man, you'll always know how to do it. Once you do it once, you'll always know how to do it. Glad you're able to figure it out. Les, thanks for jumping on board my plays. I did send them to you, brother. Weigh-ins are ongoing. I just got a text from FC. Weigh-ins are currently underway for the UFC. I guess some female fighter had a very tough weight cut. Fainted twice on the scales. Crazy. Lex Steele says, when doing parlays, teasing is awesome. Well, teasing, you lose all the financial benefits of a parlay, which financial benefits of a parlay are worthless. If you bet one, roll it over, then roll it over again, you make more than on a parlay anyways. Crazy. Rich, the party's going to be good tomorrow. It was, I don't even know how to pronounce this girl's name. Julia's Stolirenko, or however you pronounce her name. Gators down 10, baby. Uh-oh, pack it in. Some donkey gave you guys the Gators. Thank God for hopefully a second chance opportunity there. Jesus says, get that girl a Big Mac. There we go. Knock down that 3 to cut the lead to 7. Jake, anyone know where to watch the games without cable? Yeah, just purchase a Fubo account. Alrighty, so moving along the lines. Again, the Fighting Illini, I do lean towards the over 83. I think that definitely, I mean, they're going to win. They should smash Drexel. It's just by a matter of how many points. I'm not going to lay the 22.5, but I do like the over 83 for the team total. Take a look at Utah State and Texas Tech early. That'll be the next one that we take a gander at for you guys. Again, Shane, I agree. Teasers are not for everybody. I'm definitely not a fan of teasers in basketball. But, you know, some people enjoy them. North Ender says these next couple UFC cards are fire. I should have the clip of when it happened. I'll post it on my Twitter if I can. Chef Bayer. What's going on, my brother? Alrighty, so next game we're going to take a look at. We're going to take a look at that Utah State and Texas Tech game. FC will be on the members-only live show. FC will be on the members-only live show. I'm going to let him take the wrath of the losses from last week. But he will be on the members-only live show tomorrow. If you're not a YouTube exclusive member, you will miss it. And last week's was good. A lot of informative information. The story time. Maybe we need to make it where he comes on once a month or so, and it's Stories with FC. J-Rock, no, don't jinx it. Nah. I think he had fun. I'll be honest. I think he had fun. So he'll be on the members only tomorrow. Members only at 2:30 Eastern time. All right, take a look at Utah State, guys. The Aggies finished the regular season 18-7, 15-4 in conference play, coming out of the Mountain West Conference, winning 4 straight to end the season. Nevada, Wyoming, and Fresno State. In the Mountain West Conference tournament, they ended up getting bumped by San Diego State 68-57, beating UNLV 74-53, as well as Colorado State by 12, 62-50. Rich says FC is coming on for my birthday. Best present ever. It's going to be fun tomorrow, folks. We're going to have 3 live shows tomorrow. Edward says, if you're mad at FC, you must have not bet UFC before. Fact. All right, taking a look at their opponent today, Texas Tech, the Red Raiders, guys out of Lubbock, Texas, ended up losing their final game of the season to Baylor 88-73, got trumped to Texas in the Big 12 Conference Tournament, losing 67-66. Brent, there's a members video today, and then members only live show tomorrow, 2:30 Eastern time, with the one and only FC will be heading it up with me. Maybe he'll give you guys something juicy. Taking a look at the side-by-side comparison between Utah State and Texas Tech. First of all, Utah State's defense is the 8th rated defense in the country based on adjusted efficiency, strength of schedules. But keep in mind, they come out of that Mountain West, which features San Diego State as really their only competition who they've gotten beat by. Taking a look at the offense, first of all, you got the top 30 offense in Texas Tech. We've got them rated at 30th, believe it or not, hitting 49.7% from the field, limiting turnovers to a rate of 16%. Offensive rebounding rate at nice 33.7%. Converting threes at a rate of 34.6%. All their two-point plays, a little lackluster in that department at 48.7%. And a 71.7 or 71.1% free throw shooting team. Utah State converting 49.8% of the time, 33.7% success rate from three-point range, 1 out of 3, and converting their two-point plays at a rate of 49.5%. And again, another 71% free throw shooting team. Utah State, very capable of nabbing those offensive rebounds. Believe it or not, they are definitely the taller team by over a full inch height advantage. When it comes to the two-foul participation, Texas Tech participates 33% of the time, 19.5% for Utah State. Looking at the numbers on this one, folks, Utah State coming in +4, Texas Tech laying 4 with a total over and under 129.5. Utah State +2 in the first half, over and under set at 59.5 points. Florida down by 6. As far as the side on this one goes, you know, you take a look at what Utah State did in non-conference play. They lost by 3 to BYU. They lost to South Dakota State. I mean, they got trashed by South Dakota State. And they lost by 16 to VCU. Then they play the Northern Colorados, the Air Forces, the San Jose States. Losing to Boise State, losing one game to UNLV, losing to Colorado State. And then when you look at the Red Raiders, they struggled in the Big 12 Conference. However, they've got notable wins against Oklahoma. They beat Texas by 2. They beat LSU by 5 in a non-conference game. They beat Oklahoma again. They beat Texas again, home and away. They beat TCU. Iowa State, they struggled against Baylor and the Kansases and the West Virginias. But when they played a quality team, but just a little bit on a lower level that I think would have no problem putting away a Utah State team, I think they can handle business today. I could be completely wrong, but Texas Tech laying 4. I think we may have a close game on our hands. But again, I do lean towards Texas Tech. I think -180 on the money line is a lot more attractive, in my opinion, than laying 4. You know me, I'm not a big fan of laying juice, but -180 is just your average favorite in baseball, soccer, or the UFC. But us Americans are so used to having to lay $1.10 from football. You guys get above 120 and you start getting a wedgie up your ass. But if I was going to do anything on Texas Tech, I would take the money line minus 180. But again, I'm steering clear of that one. As far as the total goes, I do lean towards the over and the total over 129.5. I think they get it. I don't think it's going to be a massive 140 or 150 point game, but I think they get into the low 130s, so I do lean towards the over. All right, so what we have next, we're going to take a gander at some of these other games. We're going to take a look at the Ohio State and Oral Roberts game, Hartford and Baylor, Georgia Tech and Loyola Chicago, Oregon State and Tennessee. We're going to take a look at all of that. But first, we're going to take a quick 5-minute timeout. Do not go anywhere. You do not want to miss a beat on anything that we're going to be doing. So we will see you guys all right back in 5 minutes. Don't miss. You guys want something big, it's coming. So make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and don't go anywhere. We'll see you in a quick 5. We are back. We are back. We are back. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back for the latter part of the show. Glad to have everybody back. See, we'd lost a few people that didn't want to wait around 5 minutes, but that's fine. We didn't want them around anyways. Welcome back, everybody. You guys are still lacking in the thumbs up department. That is for sure. If you haven't already smashed it, get off your asses and start hitting that thumbs up button. Florida had the chance to tie it right there, and in and out it went. Yeah, call that a jump ball, baby. Edward says this is a live show about sports betting. That it is. That it is. That it is. We're going to have a lot of fun tomorrow. 3 live shows tomorrow. Members only live show featuring our one and only FC. J-Rock says I can't smash it. You picked Florida. That's okay. That's okay. Alrighty, now back to it because we're not going to be live for too much longer, so want to run through some of it for you guys as much as I can anyways. I think there was a few people in here that liked Purdue. The Golden Wolf says Florida still got a chance. They just got to work on their threes. They definitely need to work on their threes and maybe their 3-ball defense. Colgate is up 4 early. Oh, lock it in, baby. Lock it in. Watch out. Upset number 1 coming. All right. Move this one over here. See if I can't. Weird how they got some of these on True TV and all of that nonsense. Just put them on regular channels for us. Put them on regular channels for us. I was going to try and put this other game on. I don't know if that one's on Fubo or not. I don't believe it is. All right, either way, we're going to jump into the breakdowns because I don't want to kill too much time. Les says, come on, Gators, absolutely. Go Gators, baby. Down 4 with the ball. And he turns it over. J-Rock with Arkansas about to break out the Aqua Fresh on Colgate. All right, next one we're going to take a look at. Oral Roberts, Ohio State. Can Ohio State hammer them with that big number of 15.5? Total again on that one, over and under 157. Again, just skipping over this because I want to touch on a couple games specifically. But as far as this one goes, I do lean towards the under 157. You know, I know both teams are capable to put up a lot of points. I just think 157 is a lot in this situation. I think they get into the 140s, maybe even high 140s, but I don't think it touches 150. You know, second chance opportunities will kill Florida. They definitely will. If they're just going to let Virginia Tech have all the second half opportunities they want. I know a lot of you guys are on Oral Roberts. So if you're on him, I wish you the best of luck. Great defense there on that set by Virginia Tech. That was a good defensive set there. Hartford Baylor. I'm not laying 25 on Baylor against Hartford. Not touching the first half. Over and under 139. I think might be a tad bit on the low side. Steering clear of that game. We're going to talk. I want to focus on the Georgia Tech Loyola Chicago because I only have a limited amount of time here. So I want to talk about Georgia Tech and Loyola Chicago. First. And then we'll talk about maybe cycle back to that Hartford and Baylor game. J-Rock, big factor. Big factor is how deep they are or not. That is true. That is true. All right, so popping up this one. And if we have more time, I'll do some more after this Georgia Tech Loyola Chicago game. Before I jump into this one, let's hear it. Post up in the comment section who's rolling with what. You guys are just way too quiet today. So post up in the comment section. Who are you all rolling with? Let's hear it. Let's see it. Are you rolling with Loyola Chicago? Laying the 5.5. Are you taking the 5.5 minus 105 plus Georgia Tech, which you could actually get at +6 minus $1.15, which is the same amount of juice you'd have to lay 5.5 with. So are you laying the 5.5? Or are you going to take the 6 with Georgia Tech? Georgia Tech +210 on the money line, over and under 124 in this contest. J-Rock says, I bummed them out with the Gators. They're worried at the half. So sad. Too bad. Rich says, I prefer Loyola. Money line. -250. Curious to see what you guys like in the chat. Stephanie says, Georgia Tech +5.5. J-Rock's riding with Loyola Chicago. All righty, taking a look at this one. First of all, Georgia Tech guys, Yellow Jackets 17-8. Where's Joe Free at with that conference championship victory? With that big futures ticket. Congrats, brother. I know you're watching somewhere. Georgia Tech rolling. Winning 6 straight to end the regular season, beating Pittsburgh, Miami, Virginia Tech, Syracuse, Duke, Wake Forest, and then Miami and Florida State. To win it all, Joe Dirt, my brother, has taken Georgia Tech +5.5. Taking a look, remember, one second here. Tristan Maxwell, is a game time decision for Georgia Tech, just so you guys know. And Moses Wright is out for the first 2 rounds. Keep in mind, Moses Wright, who normally plays nearly the entire game, is out. He had 15 points against Florida State. Only 7 in his 25 minutes played against Miami. He had 29 in their big win over Duke, 31 in their win over Syracuse, 26 in their win over Virginia Tech. Moses Wright is a major loss for the Yellow Jackets. Keep in mind. Keep in mind. However, Georgia Tech's bench should be able to replace him. Obviously, probably not with as stud of a player as Moses Wright, but somebody that should be able to fit well against Loyola Chicago. When you take a look at Loyola Chicago, guys, first of all, 21-4, 16-2 in the regular season. First of all, you want to look at who did they play? They lost to Wisconsin, first of all, towards the beginning of the season, December 15th. They lost 77-63. They lost by 14 to a quality team in Wisconsin. They're going to get another quality team in Georgia Tech that's absolutely rolling, and here they are as the underdog. Loyola Chicago also lost to Indiana State 76-71 and 51-50. You look at their Missouri Valley Conference tournament record. They beat Southern Illinois 73-49 in a total dominating beatdown. They beat Indiana State 65-49 in a 16-point beatdown. And they beat Drake by 10. As far as the side-by-side matchups, we know Loyola Chicago does one thing correct, and that's defense. Their defense has been holding teams to low numbers all season. They haven't given up more than, 65 points in their win over Drake since their loss to Indiana State back on January 10th. But keep in mind, they gave up 77 to Wisconsin. Georgia Tech, on the other hand, absolutely rolling, dominating teams. Like Virginia Tech, who we're watching put the beat down on Florida right now. Beat Syracuse, beat Duke in OT. Squeaked by Miami in a tough game. Beat Florida State. Granted, Moses Wright is going to be a major factor in this game. Not playing, that is. Missing the first 2 rounds. Side-by-side comparison, Georgia Tech knocking down 53.9% from the field, 56.3% for Loyola Chicago. Quality shooting team for Loyola Chicago, but keep in mind, they don't play anybody. When they actually played a quality opponent against Wisconsin, and they ended up getting a beatdown by 14 points, Loyola Chicago was held to 42.9% shooting of all their 2-point plays. They did shoot 34.6% from 3-point range. They chucked it up 26 times in that game. 26 times in that game. They made 9 of them. They're normally a 35.7% 3-point shooting team. Georgia Tech knocking down threes at a rate of 34.9%, converting those twos at a rate of 54.7%, and they're knocking down free throws nearly 73% of the time. Loyola Chicago hitting threes at a rate of 35.7%, 58% conversion of their 2-point plays, and a 73.3% conversion from the charity stripe. 2-foul participation, Loyola Chicago don't play. Georgia Tech does, 65.7% of the time. Advantage, Loyola Chicago. Height advantage, maybe a 1/4 inch for Georgia Tech. Nothing to really be a big factor there. Loyola Chicago go to the bench for 30% of the total minutes played. Colgate up 8 will definitely, more than likely, lose, I would imagine. Might make for a good live betting opportunity. Line on this one currently has, taking a quick gander, little sidetrack, looking at that live line. Seeing if I can see it real quick. Actually, they don't. There's actually no live line on BetOnline. I'm sure somebody else has one. Sure somebody else has one right now. But back to this one. As far as this game goes, guys, the line on this one, Georgia Tech +6 minus $1.15. I get it. Moses Wright is an absolute stud. An absolute stud. The loss of him is drastic. But I think Georgia Tech still has enough offensive firepower. Bradley Engel, you're too young to bet. Okay, have a great day, all right? This is for people that are old enough to bet. As far as this one goes, Marlo says Arkansas is not a comeback team. They're dead. Arkansas live -2.5. I like it. -1.5. What's the money line on it? Brackets will be busted with a Colgate outright win. And some money out of my pocket. As far as this one goes, I think the line is wrong. I think the line is wrong on this one. I think Loyola Chicago and their inflated record based on opponent. I get it. They make big runs in the tournament. They've beaten big teams. They come to play. They got Sister Mary or whatever her name is, Sister Nancy. North Ender -140. If I had it live right now, I would bet it. What are they, down 8? I would definitely bet it. Right, J-Rock, remember Michigan's... Hey, Texas Southern yesterday was down big at the half, came back and ended up winning outright. Cha-ching! But as far as this one goes, and I know I'm probably going to make some of you guys mad, some of you guys happy, but it is going up on the board, baby. It is going up on the board because I'm going to be betting this one. It's currently +6. Minus $1.15 at BetOnline. Throw that one up there. Make it a little bit bigger so it stands out a little bit more for you guys. Georgia Tech +6. Sister Mary. Chapendi, welcome. Sorry, J-Rock. It's a dog day up on the board. It's a dog day up on the board. Arkansas +100. Woo! Down 10, baby. Not looking good for the 3 seed. All right. Oregon State, Tennessee. We've got plays on that one. Skip right over that one. Liberty, Oklahoma State. Focusing on the total. I have a sneaky suspicion that Liberty goes packing and that total stays under. Toothpaste, Marlo says. Now, that NIT game, Louisiana Tech and Ole Miss, I want you guys to know I do like Ole Miss, especially on the money line. They were -165. It's up to 175. That's in the NIT. I do like Ole Miss. I will probably, more than likely, I'm about 75% right now, probably having a bet on it in the NIT. They're laying 3.5 or -175 on the money line. It was 165, but I do like it. Just running over some games because I do have to get off the live show here. I actually have a conference call and a Zoom meeting in 12 minutes. Syracuse, San Diego State. I kind of like the dog here. Although San Diego State is, a tough team to play against. But I like what I saw out of Syracuse to end the regular season. A lot of heart, a lot of determination in their conference tournament. Coaching matchup, definitely Syracuse all the way. But Syracuse +3 is enticing. I'll be honest, it's really enticing. As far as the Winthrop and Villanova game, I got to be really honest with you guys. I know a lot. There's a shit ton of money on Winthrop, and maybe for rightful reasons. But I don't see it happening. I don't. I try and factor out, the equation of what Villanova does in their conference and struggling against quality teams, against Winthrop and what they do against subpar teams, to say the least. You take a look at Winthrop. They're playing the Charleston Southerns, the Longwoods, the Presbyterians. Of course they're going to be 23-1. You're playing USC Upstate, Longwood, Gardner-Webb. Then you get Villanova, who's used to playing the Georgetowns, the Texases, the Marquettes, the Creightons, the St. John's, the Yukons, Providence. I think teams that would all be favored over Winthrop. So as far as this one goes, I do lean towards Villanova laying the 6.5. I think -265 is the lock of the day. But again, I don't advise anybody to go lay the 265. Andre, where can you watch the games? Download the Fubo app. Get a Fubo membership for $50 a month. It's like the best thing out there as far as watching the games. As far as basketball, they don't have them all, but they're good. Or the ESPN app. I think it's $5 a month for the ESPN app. All right, folks, I do have to go. There are those 2 plays up on the board. Remember, there is another one in the daily free play video. If you haven't watched that one, you better watch that one. Remember, tomorrow's Saturday, so that means we will be live an hour earlier than normal. We will be live an hour earlier than normal tomorrow. We'll be live at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, 6 Pacific. So we go live an hour earlier on the weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun. Remember, my game of the week is later today. You have until 7 p.m. Eastern Time to get on board. It is $100. Does come with the guaranteed to winner. You get the next one free. And remember, soccer is still buy 3 days, get 3 days free. That ends today. And I'm telling you guys, March Madness package, you guys can still get on board. And we're going to have a splendid time. And it's going to be a lot of fun. All right, guys. Premium plays winning day yesterday. I'm looking at a sweep today myself. And I feel it. It's coming. Something big is coming. All right, guys. Good luck, everybody. I do have to run. We'll see everybody live. Remember, there'll be a members-only live show tomorrow. There'll be a members video later on today as well. Give me about an hour and a half, and it should be up on YouTube. All right, guys. Good luck, everybody. Wager responsibly. Don't do anything stupid. And we'll see everybody live tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Good luck, everybody. Have a great day. Wager responsibly.